The 41-year-old is still deciding on if he intends to return for a 24th season, and if he will it be in LA or will it be somewhere else? This week on his podcast, Mind the Game, LeBron spoke for the first time on his thought process about his future.
Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. If, being here with this franchise, for the, foreseeable future, or if it's going somewhere else. I think at some point, up until, up in June, late June, as July roll around, free agency starts to, gets going, and, as, July rolling and maybe into August, we start to kind of like get a feel of, what my future may look like.
Maybe into August. Windy, make something of this.
Yeah, let me just say, he said he's going on vacation this weekend, and I think we should just let him go on vacation, because I don't think maybe he's made the plan about what he wants to do yet. So here's the thing. He can do whatever. If he wants to wait until the day before the season starts, he can, and there will be teams lined up to sign him, okay? But if he wants to get a big dollar contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, he's going to have about a month. Because the Lakers have cap space, but he sits on their books at $58 million, okay? That's the way the rules work in the NBA. And to give you a free agent, he sits on your books until you sign him for whatever his new number is, whether it's $58 million or it's $20 million or it's $10 million, or you renounce him and say, we're giving up your rights, goodbye. And the Lakers cannot sit around and wait until mid-August to do something with that $58 million. And this is not like Aaron Rodgers, where you can sit for 6 months and then sign for $25 million. The NBA does not work like that. The Lakers have to make decisions. So really what I think it's more incumbent on the Lakers to have a plan to bring to LeBron. If they want to re-sign him, I don't want to assume anything. They need to come to LeBron and say, LeBron, here's what we want to offer and why. It's not just about the actual dollars.
Of course.
It's about the respect that you want to show and to say, listen, if we want you to take a pay cut to whatever it's going to be,
why?
This is what we're going to do with the money. We're going to chase these guys, and we're going to do like that. That is coming, because to me, this is really going to be who's going to come to whom first. LeBron is not going to go to the Lakers and say, more, please. They're going to have to come to him. And so really what he's doing here, he's negotiating.
Right.
This is part of a negotiation, but I'm not going to overreact to him saying August. I'm gonna let this see how the next few weeks goes with the Lakers moving first.
It's posturing, right? Yes. I mean, just to your point about negotiation, I think if you're LeBron, you want to see what that plan is, but also in the back of your mind, you're thinking to yourself and to your family, how do I want this ride to end? Like, where do I want it to end at? And like, is it about the money, which it's always, I don't care what anybody says, money always helps the situation, but can it be about the money and a place that I love? Or can it be about maybe taking money somewhere else in another place where I can finalize my career? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about the final stretch.
How should LeBron James end his career? Should he end his career on a team that is a first-round exit? Unceremoniously, his last game, we won't know when it is, right? Or does he go somewhere in a situation where he has a chance, a legitimate chance to win and be competitive? And that's why I think you leave your options open if you're him. First of all, it probably takes him 2 to 3 hours to get ready to play a game these days, right? He's putting in a lot of time for this. But on top of it, I think it is about the legacy of how do I end my career? And that's why I think you leave the door open, not only for what the Lakers bring to you, because it's a great point. The cap hold is going to keep them from being able to do anything. So they have to have a plan first. We have X, Y, Z to do. This is what the roster is going to look like with Luka and maybe even Austin Reeves, and see if he likes that. But in the meantime, you also allow another team that might be interested to say, hey, LeBron, if you come here, this is what we've got.
Here's how I handicap this on May 22nd. Okay. I'm not saying this is how I will see it on June 22nd, but on May 22nd, this is what I think. I think by the draft, which is 1 month from today, we will know whether LeBron will be a Laker or not.
Yep.
Okay? And if he's not going to be a Laker, then he can wait until August or September. He's going to watch what everybody else does and where his situation is going to fit.
Not putting you on the spot. Is there a handful of teams you would watch, if not Los Angeles, or it's too early to even go down?
I mean, I'm not going to say that and then have the rest of my weekend ruined, Peter, trying to respond to what are you trying to do to me on a Friday? Don't take that weekend on a Friday.
Weekend.
Let me live.
Sorry.
But yes, I'm sure he's not going to go to any of 27 other teams. There's probably a very small list he's going to willingly go to.
That list is who?
What are But what are the odds in the West?
I'm sorry, what?
Can we just talk
I'm trifle deaf in this here.
We have an alien in the West, 7-4, with young bucks that are
Thank
playing
you.
at a high level of basketball. We have OKC and SGA.
This is the list
with
I was looking for
with
from
the
you.
way they play.
Yeah.
Like the West is loaded. It's just something to think through.
Yeah.
Even if the Lakers come back and say we're going to go after this guy, does that get us over the
Yeah,
hump?
all
to
Brian
finish my career the way I
doesn't
to?
want a viral clip of him saying such things, but we all can kind of figure out, go east, old man, is basically what would be
Old
the
man.
answer here.
There's a team playing right now.
I know.
He's in his
There's a team
40s.
playing right now. Where you're like, huh?
To the NFL we go, where
Thank
Joe
God.
Burrow is back.
LeBron James, he is heading into an offseason as an unrestricted free agent. And of course, yes, it's if the 41-year-old chooses to continue playing, of course. But the four-time champ, he will have the freedom to sign really anywhere he wants in the NBA this July. And he spoke on his Mind the Game pod about his future. Take a listen.
I'm still in the moment of like just taking my time and saying I haven't even really thought about it too much. Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. If being here with this with this franchise for foreseeable future, or if it's going somewhere else. But like I haven't even really got to that point. I haven't even taken my family vacation yet, which is going to happen after Memorial Day. That's kind of the thing at the forefront of my mind. But I think at some point, up until, up in June, late June, as July roll around, free agency starts to, gets going. And, as, July rolling and maybe into August, we start to kind of like get a feel of, what my future may look like. If it's continuing to play the game that I love, which I know I can still give so much to the game and play at a high level, or if it's not. So, but I have not got to that point yet. And, when I get there, it'd be fun to kind of see what the future could hold.
Well, we have a very interesting panel here to break this down. Three players who played with LeBron James, a reporter who covered LeBron for many years. LeBron said when we get to July or August in that clip, I don't know that he can afford to wait that long, Brian.
Well, you can afford to do whatever you want.
Sure, very literally.
I hope there's some golf in that vacation coming up. Let me just say that when he said August, that left a reaction in the league. They were like, seriously? People were texting me like, seriously? You think it could be August?
Right.
Let me explain something to you about the timeline for LeBron. I totally get, and he has earned the right to wait as long as he wants. He could wait until September and announce he wants to play, and there would be teams beating down his door to sign him. But if he wants to sign with the Lakers for any significant amount of money, he's probably going to have to make up his mind by mid to late June, because that is what his cap hold is. And that means that number sits on the Lakers' books, even though he's not signed. It sits on the Lakers' books until something happens. What does that happen? Number one, he signs. Maybe he signs for $58 million. Maybe he signs for $28 million. Maybe he signs for $10 million. Or, and look, this is just reality. This is not, I don't think, meant to be insulting or anything. If the Lakers don't get a clear answer from LeBron by July 1st, they may have to renounce his rights and say, LeBron, we have to move on. We have to plan for next season. And then that money would just come off of their books. I would be stunned if that happened. But there is a little bit more of an urgency. And he doesn't have to, he can go on his vacation, whatever. But unless LeBron wants to sign for $3 million somewhere, which is what the NBA minimum is for a player with his experience level, he is going to have to probably come up with his mind sooner. He has made so much money in his career, he could sign for anything. Yeah. But if the LeBron that I know wants to be respected, it's not even about the actual paycheck, it's about what the respect that the paycheck includes. And if he wants that respect, he probably will have to move up his timeline.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think he was just being facetious with the whole August thing. I don't think he'll wait that long.
I don't know
People
if it's
freaked out,
facetious
though.
or-
I'm just going to tell you.
I also don't think he's going to sign the minimum. Again, he wants to be
Me
respected.
either.
We all think this is going to be his last year. He could possibly play 2 or 3 more years. He always proves me wrong every time
I don't
say
put a
that.
timeline on him
But we
anymore.
expect this is a farewell. Being that a farewell, he probably is going to make a good amount off the books, off the court, doing that thing. So, but if he's going to be a Laker, which I think he wants to be and wants to stay with his family, he'll probably make that decision a little sooner or later. But right now, he's in that mode where he doesn't want to answer questions. He's just telling people, the media, look, don't ask me about it. Don't want to talk about it until I take my vacation with my family.
And let him.
And let me watch some basketball, get some golf, and then I'll think about it. He'll probably have that, once he gets that itch and also want to see the finals. Like certain players even retire, and guys that are still playing, they see the finals. They're like, that competitive nature comes back in. It kicks in. Like I want to be out there. I want to hoop. So
Perk, you get that? That
it's gonna come back
competitive
to
nature
him.
that kicks in says you want to be back out there.
Absolutely. One thing about it, I will not be fooled by LeBron James. I know him too well. He moves like the president. His schedule is like the president.
For sure.
He has a routine like the president. LeBron James knows what he want to do, and he probably have it in his mind of where he's going and where he's going to land and what team he's going to be playing for. I shared a locker room with LeBron James his last year in Cleveland, outside the lines, inside the lines. And I asked him every single day, what the hell are you going to do? And I was at his house watching games with him, just me and him, and he never told me a damn thing. I heard the whispers of the Lakers. I heard every single thing. And he was like, man, I don't know. I'm just soaking it all in. The next thing I know, he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James knows what the hell he got going on. He ain't gonna let us know, but I'm telling you, he knows what his next move is gonna be with organization he's gonna be playing next season. What you say?
I wouldn't tell your ass.
I wouldn't either.
Well, I just think the Lakers are hoping that it doesn't go to July
What
or
I
August.
suspect is going on right now is that LeBron has started the free agency negotiation with the Lakers.
Thank you.
And, one of these things, I don't think LeBron is going to say to the Lakers, this is how much I want.
Sure.
I think what LeBron wants is the Lakers to come to him and say, this is what we are offering.
This is how much we're willing
And he
to
wants
offer.
it to be a very
And
healthy
our
number.
sights are on this player to play alongside.
And that's part of it, because LeBron does
our
like
sights
to
are
say.
on that player over there. So if you take this, I can get him.
Right.
If you don't take this, I can't get him.
Yeah, because LeBron does like to know the why. It's not just the number, it's the why. All right, that's what we don't.